we can play the second one, which is one of my most popular videos. It had over 100 million views on all platforms. So please, I'm sure you might recognize it. And yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think that's okay for the media team. Thank you. So, firstly, I want to make this class very interactive, and I'm going to start out by saying my own story. In 2 minutes, I'm going to tell you how I arrived here to speak in front of you guys. 7 years ago, I just graduated from mechanical. I graduated with a mechanical engineering degree. I started out by working in the oil industry, and after 2 years, when COVID came and oil prices were low, I mean, I got laid off from work. And I had two options: to either follow my passion or to look for another job in the oil industry. And I thought to myself, I'll rather follow my passion, and maybe not, it will not work out, than follow a job. Thank you so much. Hey. Camera before, please, can we see your hands up? So this is camera, not phone. Camera. 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 Commissioner, camera. Wow. Okay, if you have ever used a mobile phone before, let me see your hands up. I can see some people's hands still down. If you have never used a mobile phone before, let me see your hands up. If you have never used a camera, let me see your hands up. If you would like to learn how to use a camera, let me see your hands up. Oh, I can see almost everyone. Thank you. So, firstly, we're going to go into the basics of photography and basics of the camera. So I'm going to try and make it as interactive as possible. We have some slides, so if that can go up, that'll be nice. But if not, we'll just continue from there. So firstly, what is a camera? Who can quickly answer that very quickly in the audience? What is a camera? Okay, what? Okay, I see somebody standing over, somebody raising their hand over here, please.
Simply put, a camera is a device used to capture pictures.
Amazing, amazing. A camera is a device used to capture pictures. So for myself, I look at a camera as a device or an instrument used to capture and freeze frames and also capture.
As a device used to capture visuals and store memory.
Okay, thank you so much. That's really good, just to capture visuals and store memory. Then the last person who is over here.
Hello. From my own perspective, I see the camera as a device or tool used to paint. I don't see it as to capture, but to paint, just as the artist had paint, still life images, memories, and
Thank you so much. I think what he said, which was very important, just as the artist has one more round of applause for him. That was really beautiful. Thank you. So I'm going to start out by giving us the quick agenda. If we have our books and our either the slides will be provided to you or they are already in the pamphlets in front of you. So firstly, what are the basic camera gears? So as I'm mentioning them, if you've never heard of them, say nay. If you have heard of them, say yay. So firstly, camera, lens, memory card, battery, ND filter. Sorry, is that yay or nay? Yay. Tripod. Ring light. Tripod. Gimbal. Okay, don't worry. All throughout the 3-day workshop, every single thing that I have mentioned will be available for you guys to learn, to use, and by the grace of God, I think there are special prizes are waiting for you guys at the end of the workshop. So everything I've mentioned, even if you don't know, is just going to be, I'm going to be speaking on the basics of photography. So please have your pens, your papers, and also have your eyes to see too as well. Okay, so we're going to be starting out with tips for beginners. I want to genuinely believe that everybody here has heard very informative for people that haven't yet been introduced to the camera, haven't yet been introduced to mobile photography or mobile videography, and I believe we will learn very, very well. So firstly, how many of you have heard of shutter speed, aperture, or ISO? Shutter speed, aperture, or ISO? No, okay, that is very good. So it is only very, very little of the people that we have here that have heard of that, which is fine. Mine personally, I have just one camera, but we have 4 cameras here, and I'll be able to show you guys a description of how to operate things and also what to do. So firstly, for ISO, these are what I'm speaking about now are the key camera settings. So very, very quickly, you've heard of something called ISO. So ISO simply means the camera's sensitivity to light. So your camera's sensitivity to light, which is the amount of light your camera itself, not your lens, only your camera allowing to enter into it. Right, so when you hear something like your ISO is 100, your ISO is 2,000, your ISO is 5,000, your ISO is 12,000, your camera. So if you hear of something called ISO 100 or is letting in lesser light than speed before, shutter speed. Shutter speed is a very quick description, so please don't worry. The next one is your aperture. So aperture is just the wideness and the opening of the lens itself. Right, so you know I mentioned something earlier on that the amount of light that is entering the camera is also entering a very low aperture too as well. Okay. Then we've also heard of something called white balance. So white balance just simply means how your camera sees the color white. So sometimes you can carry your phone, right? Not even your camera now. You can carry your phone and take pictures maybe under a tent or inside this hall, and you carry that same phone and take a picture outside the hall. But you notice that outside the hall, the white shirt that you are wearing is going to be a different color than what is inside the hall. How many of us have seen that before? Yeah, so that is what you call white balance, right? So the white balance of your camera. So how adjust the white balance of your camera to be able to match that you are at? And low light. So when can we see low light? At night. Where else? Indoors. When the light isn't really good. Where else? When NEPA takes light. Adjust our camera settings. And I'm going to be taking us on a step-by-step for each of these camera settings and also how to adjust them. for the different shutters that we have, you can adjust your camera settings. Okay. Sorry, please, let's give a round of applause to our cameraman here too as well. Thank you. Be seen on the camera itself so that you guys. So I just want to confirm you can see the screen of the camera. So please, can we put that on? See the numbers. Can we? And show you too visible, but we'll try as much as possible. So firstly, please let's go back to use, right? So when this is the